Hey guys, this is Hector from the Insert Name FC podcast here to tell you guys about Canadips. It is a great tasting, superior alternative to traditional dip using CBD in a way that is radical, enjoyable, and effective. It comes in 5 core flavors: wintergreen, mint, citrus, mango, and American spice. Canadips CBD is the new evolution in dip, allowing guys to enjoy great, long-lasting taste without the downsides. If you guys want to go ahead and try them out, use the code BELLYUP20 at CanadipsCBD.com. Once again, BELLYUP20 at CanadipsCBD.com, and you'll get yourself 20% off your purchase. Thank you again for Canadips for being a great partner of Belly Up Sports. So the guys that just got promoted for this season, we have Levante after 3 years of not being in La Liga, Elche after 2 years in being in La Liga, and Real Oviedo, who hasn't been in the league in 24 years. So last time it was 2001 when they were in La Liga, which that's insane when you perspective wise. 2001 was I don't want to talk about 2001, to be honest. So let's not talk about 2001. Something pretty big happened here in the United States in 2001, so I'm not gonna touch on that one. But yeah, man. Thoughts on the new teams for La Liga? Do you feel? I mean, everyone's happy. Espanyol's not here, so
Yeah.
yeah. I think that if you guys don't know, Espanyol is like a really annoying team for
Yeah.
Barcelona.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God. Yeah.
they're Catalonian as well, so.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, Espanyol is here. Wait, I thought they got relegated. Well, never mind. Okay, I guess I was mistaken. So they are
Wait,
here.
yeah. I was like, wait, hold on. I just
Yeah,
said yeah, and then I was like, wait, hold
but
on. Let me look at this real quick.
I thought they did get relegated. I guess not. Maybe they got
No.
maybe they. Oh no, because it was Leganes. Um, there was one team. Oh, Valladolid,
Valladolid, yeah.
and there was one more team. But anyways, it doesn't matter. but but yeah. I mean, Real Oviedo, I think it's really exciting. I know this is a team that a lot of people if you play like EA Sports FC, love using for like Road to Glories. So yeah, I think that's. Have I ever used them? No, because obviously it's La Liga. So there's only if it's Spain, there's only 2 teams that I ever played with in this game in EA Sports FC or FIFA, whatever you want to call it. Real Madrid, obviously, but also it's not fun doing a Real Madrid career mode because I mean obviously they're OP. Like there's certain teams that you do a career mode with that like if you just chose them like you suck. Like So for instance, I do eventually do play with Real Madrid, but I do like I guess like a manager journeyman career mode where I start out in one league and then I just work my way up, and then it's like 7 years in the future. So now Real Madrid's like completely different.
Yeah, and you got like basically like the regions or like you got
Yeah,
some random academy players and you're just
like
like, I have
Vinicius,
no idea
Vinicius,
who's this.
Vinicius Junior's on the cusp of like retirement, things like that. Like, so it's like you're exactly completely different team, and so that's my way of trying to play with Real Madrid, because obviously it's just not gonna be fun if I just had like a straight career mode with Real Madrid, because one, they have a lot of money, two, their players are already good, so.
Yeah, you don't really need to change too much.
And I get why Edward does Barcelona as well. I feel like you can make the same arguments for a Barca career mode, but like Edward could just be like, I'm just not buying players. I'm just gonna use La Masia. Like,
Yeah, I usually go into the academy and I go to Spain. I'll go to US and I'll go to Brazil or
Argentina.
Italy or Argentina. Yeah, but mo most of the time I'm not even looking for strikers because I ended up what did I do? I ended up buying Darwin Nunez after
Dude,
After Lewandowski retired.
Darwin Nunez becomes so cheap. Like I feel so bad for him sometimes.
No, he becomes so cheap, but then I made him to where he maxed out I think at 85 or 86, and then his worth even at 26 years old was like 87, 80, 89 million, because like you buy him it's like 43, 50, like it's not that much. And then I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah, I was like, I guess so. And then yeah, but all in all, I mostly use the La Masia, the academy players, and then I end up right now I think I have a goalie and I have a winger whose their potentials can go up to 94. And I'm just like, huh.
Nice,
Yeah, they're 16 years old and they're already in the 60s of overalls. So I'm
nice.
like, it's not bad.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do right now. So speaking of my career mode, I'm in my third year at Arsenal. So I won with Nice. I won Ligue 1 with Nice. So I stay with the team normally till I win the league. I won with Nice. I won with Roma.
Mhm.
Won with Borussia Dortmund. Lost the Champions League final to Real Madrid. Go figure. Um, and then now I'm managing Arsenal. But I've stayed there for 3 years. I've already won the Premier League because that's the only way I'm gonna ever see that team lift a Premier League title. And I've already won the Champions League twice with them. So now the goal is to go for a three-peat. But it's kind of getting annoying because I don't meet their stupid objectives. So
Oh
right,
yeah.
I am on the cusp of getting fired, even though I won them like back-to-back Premier League titles and Champions League titles. Make that make sense,
Yeah.
CA?
I know how that feels. I'm just like, man, this is so dumb. It's like
And
so dumb.
yeah, and for some like because I think one of the objectives I have to buy like 4 players over the rating of 82. So I was like, F it, let me just go get Jude Bellingham. And so also I have Joe Bellingham in Arsenal.
Oh, so you have the brothers.
I have the Bellinghams in one team
Nice.
in London. Anyways, that's not important. But yeah, Real Oviedo. The reason why we're talking about FIFA was because also obviously Real Oviedo I think is a team that a lot of people like using for like journey like for like the road to glories. La Liga, like I'll be honest with you, La Liga when it comes to doing like road to glories, it's just not as fun because it's just one league. Whereas like with England, obviously you have to jump 3 leagues to get to the to Premier League.
Yeah.
Bundesliga is a little bit fun too because it's 2 leagues as well. But it's like you can actually try to use your academy players, try to grow them. You can actually try to develop them versus having to send them out on loan and so they can get some playing time. So like I kind of like doing like those kind of road to glories where you just stick with a team in England and just move them all the way up in the rankings and all that. But to each his own, to each his own on that one. But anyways, um, we're gonna talk about the new managers just because like it's not as many. There's one league that has like a lot of new managers, but we won't get there till next episode. Um, Real Madrid obviously Xabi Alonso. He's taking over. He left Bayer Leverkusen to take the Real Madrid job. Obviously, Carlo Ancelotti is now the new Brazil manager. So
Yeah.
uh, maybe potentially be the first national team manager to not be from that country to win a World Cup. Maybe we don't know, but Brazil definitely looks a whole lot better with him in charge. That's all I gotta say. Real Sociedad. So Sergio Francisco will be taking over this season for Real Sociedad. Imanol Alguacil. They actually let his contract. As a matter of fact, the next 3 managers, all their contracts expired, so they didn't bother to renew a contract with these guys. Sevilla has Matias Almeyda.
Ooh,
Uh,
that's right,
how the
He's
hell did he get this job?
he's a hell of a coach, dog.
He's a good coach, but like the guy that couldn't, essentially, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but the guy that failed at San Jose Earthquakes. Now I know he went to Greece and he managed AEK Athens, which obviously they did very well for themselves. But
Dude,
like,
it's like you got to look at his pre. The thing is, like,
I know he's a good coach. I know he's a good coach. I know he's a physical guy. He's a dog and all that. It's just funny to see like, and also MLS it's just a trickier league. I know it's different from the other leagues. It's just funny that this guy went from leaving San Jose because he just couldn't get that team to work, and then goes to Greece, and then now he's with Sevilla. Like that is like that's the most obvious like I was not the problem. Like if that makes any sense. So it's not so much me making fun of Matias Almeyda. It's more making fun of San Jose of anything else. Even though I think they're actually kind of figuring things out this year with Bruce Arena. But that's what I was going with, Edward. Okay.
yeah, because
Uh,
I was about to say, I was like, man, this dude is a he. It's not that he's a dog or anything like that. It's just just in general, man. Like to me, he is a
Also,
hell of a
also,
coach, and
also, what's
he
interesting?
never, he never got, let me put it this way, he never got a chance to prove himself with like a big team. To me, Chivas is a big team, but it's not like one of the European leagues. Now,
Sevilla is
this
pretty
will
big.
give, yeah, this will give him a chance
I
to
think
prove something,
also the interesting part also obviously is Sevilla has kind of been on the down lately, right?
right?
Can he get things going for this? Mind you, Sevilla used to be the team like when you think of Europa League, you think of Sevilla, like
Yeah, yeah.
like that. It's automatic that team's gonna win it. But yeah, so I'm gonna be interested. If you guys don't know, like I said, Joaquin Caparros, his contract just expired, so they didn't bother to renew his contract. So it is very interesting. Sevilla should be a team that's usually competing for European competitions, all that stuff. They have been kind of on a dip. Obviously, remember you guys, if you guys recall, they were one of my jersey bet teams at once upon a time because they were on the cusp
Yep.
of relegation. Thanks Sergio Ramos for ruining that for me. So that happened. And then Osasuna, Alessio Lisi, he is taking over for Vicente Moreno, who also his contract expired. Don't know much about Alicio, so but I do know who Matias Almeyda is. We'll see. Real Sociedad is also another team that usually does fairly well in La Liga. So we'll see what happens with this new coach. Um, but okay, so for stories to follow, Edward, I'm gonna start with this new rule. This new rule that just dropped in La Liga. Because I think we just need to talk about it. So La Liga is going to start this new rule called where managers are now allowed to request VAR twice per match. If the challenge is successful, they get to retain the VAR review. So if they were right about the VAR call, they give them back that one of their two VAR requests. If it's wrong, then they lose the chance. Essentially, this is NFL rules.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like, NFL does the whole
The challenge.
challenge, the challenge. They
Yeah, so
look at it, they did it. Okay, you use one of your timeouts as one of the
yeah, you
challenges.
lose
You
a
lose
timeout.
it. Basically, you lose a timeout. Basically, that's what it is.
Yeah.
The thing is, what do you lose? The only thing you can lose, let's say it this way, is time. So you'll add it on to extra time
Oh
just
my
so you can
god.
take it on. So think about these
Oh,
games that already go 8 minutes, 10 minutes of overtime. They're going to go 16, 20 minutes of overtime.
Edward, you just impressed me right now. Like, not only did I already not like this rule, but you just made me not like it even more. This is such a terrible rule.
Because there's nothing to lose. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's no timeouts. Like, you get injured,
The,
the,
the
the clock
fans,
still keep
the
the
fans
clocks.
lose.
The fans are the ones that lose. You get injured, everybody just the game stops, the momentum stops. It's a standstill. That's the thing. It's okay. Here's a strategy, and it happens the same way in NFL. You got the groove going, you got the ball rolling, then all of a sudden you see the flag go, oh, okay, challenge. There's a challenge going, so we got to stop the play. Oh, come on, like no, nothing happened, blah blah blah. That's all that's gonna happen. It's just gonna stop the momentum of the game. That's all it's gonna do. Next thing you know, it turns out okay, nothing happened, so ball goes back to whoever had the ball before. Momentum basically not resumed. It just okay, we slowly got to pick it back up. Every player's back in position. It's just going to start, and that's one thing too. Is it going to start where the ball was? They just stopped it right then and there, or is
Well,
it going to stop all the way in the goal? Is it going to like it's a whole? Is it going to be like a restart of the match, like all the way in the middle? Uh, I don't know these things. I don't know.
the thing is, like, coming obviously as a Madridista and as a Barca fan for Edward, um, this is gonna piss off so many people that hate Barcelona and Real Madrid
Oh,
because
dude.
because
Now they're gonna
so
think about
many
it.
because there's
They
so
already
much
have the names.
controversies.
They already have the names of Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Oh my god, this is basically the Real Madrid and Barca rule. This is literally what it is because those are two teams that are more critical about the referees. Funny enough, one also been caught with paying referees. But like yeah, like this just makes things even worse. Like you know how many times now Vinny is gonna make the motion of asking Xabi to do a VAR check. Uh,
Oh,
like if you didn't like Vinny already as it was, you're going to disdain this guy. Like
you're just gonna hate him altogether now.
how many more replays are we gonna have of Lamine Yamal
Vinny.
getting his lip getting his lip smacked by by
Oh,
Ceballos?
dude, that was already a big enough replay as it was.
The Copa del Rey final was so like VAR heavy.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Especially to verify that Rudiger threw an ice cube at the referee. So like, oh my god, this is yeah. I think this is like down. Like, I hope no other league decides to follow suit. But unfortunately, I think it's gonna happen. Like we're gonna see Champions League do this. We're gonna see Premier League. We're gonna see Serie A because like, oh, it gives power to the manager. No, they're like the worst people to
They're
have
the worst
this.
period to have that,
Like,
yeah.
thank God Jose Mourinho isn't in the Power Five. So like, this is oh my god, this is gonna be so bad. This is oh my. I hope that people watch. Like, hopefully this pans out terribly to the point where everybody was like, yeah, we're not doing that. Because like, yeah, if like Edward made a valid point. Like you're talking about like if you don't like seeing 7+ minutes of stoppage time, get ready to see like 10 and 13 minutes of stoppage time because of these VAR review
Double
replays.
digit numbers,
Oh
yeah.
my god, dude. We're gonna be Liga Mekis. Because
Oh
Liga
man,
Mekis, you can
yeah.
see like 17 minutes of.
Oh yeah, it's 17. Dude, did you not, like I said,
Also, I
okay,
love Liga Mekis, by the way. I don't want to
okay,
forget
hold
that.
on. The Orlando Atlas game. Again,
Yeah.
everything happened in stoppage time. They already had 10 minutes of stoppage time. And if you looked at the clock at the top, it went from 10 minutes to 16 minutes. And I
Jesus
was just like,
Christ.
what? I was like, are you serious? Just because of that fight that broke out,
Yeah.
that he got red carded, the other dude got yellow carded, whatever. The third goal happened, whatever. Time was still rolling. Time was still going because they're like, yeah, we're adding 6 more minutes because this little thing right here took 6 minutes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is gonna.
So it's gonna be something. I mean, I guess you could say for the fans who are basically catching like the last minutes of the game, you get a little extra time, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But also no, some other stories to follow along with that stupid rule. Um, Barcelona, right? Year two of the Hansi Flick era. First year didn't looked amazing. Um, I'm sure Edward heard the episode where me and Kelsey were talking about it, and I just had to admit that Barcelona has been a lot of fun to watch.
Yep.
Um,
With Lamine Yamal.
with Lamine Yamal, Rafinha had a renaissance.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
no, actually, I can't even say renaissance. Like someone discovered how to unlock Rafinha. I think that's
Like how to unlock his potential.
like whatever he did at Leeds. Like Hansi Flick figured out how to
How
bring
to do it
back
tenfold.
how to get his trajectory back to when he was at Leeds. Like this is where he was supposed to be when he came over from Leeds. Yeah, like it's also
Look, I'm gonna be real with you. Even as a winger, he still has so much room to go. Like
yeah, like I mean you
because usually you would think, okay, he's gonna go down the wing, he's gonna go down the wing. No, he cuts in, he does the passes, he's a playmaker. So he's able to do all of that with the speed and with the mobility that he has, because it's a very, very hard for a winger to move at the capacity that he does at times and to reach the balls at certain times. I'm like, dude, sometimes he'll be pulling out that Lewandowski move where he reaches for the ball
hmm
and it's pretty far out in front of him and somehow still manages to control it. And you're just like, damn, mind you, this is a personal thing for Lewandowski. He did gymnastics and martial arts when he was younger. So that helped him a lot to, do all that flexibility and mobility stuff. Rafinha, he's just a kid from Brazil, you
yeah.
know? Not a kid now, but I'm saying like he just grew up in Brazil
Yeah,
and then
like this is just what he does kind of
it's just what he does naturally. So for him to be able to do all of that as a winger and for the players to go ahead and move around him to be able to be like, okay, Rafinha's going down the middle. Okay, all of a sudden, Fermin Lopez goes to the wing at that moment. Or, it's just like, it changes everything. It changes a lot of different stuff. Gavi, same thing. And then even Lamine Yamal doing that cut, even though he's a winger, he still has the room to grow in that same sense. He has a lot of time and a lot of room to grow. in that sense of, hey, I'm gonna cut in the middle, come follow me here, blah 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 blah,
Hmm.
whatever. But Rafinha, oh dude, like whatever Hansi Flick basically just told the team, because I mean he is one of the captains. He is one of the captains. So
He
I
might
mean,
actually be the captain this season because Ter Stegen basically is
yeah,
getting he's
he,
getting shown the door. So,
yeah. I
but
mean,
so he's injured, right? At least that's what they're
yeah,
saying.
that they're saying that, but um,
You got the goalkeeper from Espanyol. So
John Garcia,
yeah, which I mean, Real
yeah,
Madrid was also going after. So very good player. So I think
yeah, he's a
good
good
pick
goalie, dude.
good pickup for y'all. I think if this team was already young as it was, and now they got a
A
promising young
young
goalkeeper.
up and coming goalkeeper. Now the problem is now is not I'm not saying a problem, but it's like you got to have a striker who's also able to be mobile because right now the way Lewandowski's been playing, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just he finds himself in the right spot, but he still
How do
needs to move
you
around a lot, like sprint.
how do you feel about Marcus Rashford? Because I mean, essentially, that's he could play there. Like he's a
He
guy that can play up top
once
and play on the wing.
let's put it this way: if Lewandowski for some reason decides to be like, you know what, I'm retiring or I'm going to MLS or etc., whatever, I think he's gonna have to be the player to do that. There's no way that they're gonna end up trying to go for somebody else, or they like me, they can go ahead and try to find somebody at the academy, see if he has the potential to be uh somebody. And I hate to say this, but somebody to match up to like Endrick's stature when it comes to being a striker, to have that power shot, to have that speed at such a young age.
Yeah, probably that's probably like another Victor Roque type.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure
Dude,
that
that was a
stings a bit.
bust.
And now he's back in Palmeiras. So
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I was like, that, to be honest, never even saw him remotely play, always out. So, yeah, it
but
wasn't.
and obviously like you're one of the Hansi Flick era, which one by the way we all were taken by surprise because we didn't think Hansi Flick was going to be capable of this. Didn't think he was a Barca manager. Turns out, I mean, he's not playing. I mean, he's playing some tiki taka, but it's very much
It's more, dude,
the way the game is being played now, which is more about pushing up the attack. You know,
modern gen pressing, like
yeah,
high pressing, and then of course the left backs, right backs attacking as well. It's not just staying back. And
and
Kunde has been the perfect example of that.
and I mean,
Like,
obviously Hansi Flick very strict on fitness, very strict on dieting.
oh yeah,
So the joke that we make, if did you run a mile, and if so, run
run
five.
another one.
Yeah, run another one. So like Hansi Flick, the way he designed the team, which is with the high press and all that, he also did it with the contingency plan of making sure these guys were fit enough to play this style of play. Also, it's
And also
Very German football style. So
also making sure they have the strength to keep that up, because to do that, even if you have the stamina, but if you have weak legs, you might as well just say, oh crap, I'm cramping up,
yeah.
can't do it, nope. No, he has it to the point where he's like, nope, you guys are gonna
Now
make sure you get that muscle. I mean,
now is the
they
system bulletproof? No, but if you do it right, the payoff is going to be tremendous. Once again,
yeah.
obviously, all it takes is just great timing and good passing, which I don't know if that's the words I want to use for the way Inter Milan played, but it did work out in that aspect because that's how they ended up going on to the next round. Um, Once again, it was a great game, a game of the year. But yeah, so like I think what Barcelona's there's I would be more excited for Barcelona. This isn't me being a Madridista, by the way. I would be more excited about Barcelona had a certain move happen, which was a move that we were constantly being
Oh,
teased
dude,
about. Um,
yes.
I just gotta let you let go
Ah,
let it out at this point. Nico Williams,
mm,
like this was
yeah.
going.
Mm.
I'm assuming if we wouldn't have Marcus Rashford if Nico Williams had been signed.
Oh, he had to be signed, yeah, 100%. And then the thing is, with Nico Williams playing in the wing, they were basically giving Rafinha the false nine role, basically the cam role. And so he would have been able to do whatever the hell he wanted in all that space.
Talk about how beneficial for Spain that would have been to have Lamine, your three, right? Your well, not your front three, but like your three essential players, which would have been Yamal, Olmo, and Nico
and
Williams.
Nico Williams in the same club playing every day, and then they go to Spain and play the same way. Dog, that would have been
So like,
hellacious.
which that's what I feared was gonna happen was Nico Williams going to Barcelona because they already have the chemistry. And like Lewandowski would have literally had done nothing, had to do just show up and be there, or Rafinha's
Yep.
situation, just show up and be there, and he'll. If you want a strong Ballon d'Or discussion, that's the way to do it. Um, but yeah, so like, yeah, I mean, obviously it didn't pan out. He signed a big, which people are trying to say like, oh, he signed a lot of years. Like, when has anybody signing a huge contract extension ever guaranteed that he's staying put with the club? Point proven. Thiago Silva signed a massive contract for AC Milan to stay with the club and immediately got sold to PSG.
Yep.
So those contracts aren't safe. I just want to point that out.
Doesn't mean anything. As long as the player, let's put it this way, as long as the player has a clause where it's like, it will say in the contract, I will not get sold, I will not get traded, blah 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 blah. Anything that has a physical writing in that contract with that note, then it's like, yeah, okay, you're safe. But if that
Or
contract does not have that, then at that point, yeah, you kind of
so
theft in the A.
Nico Williams could still happen for Barcelona. I mean, well, finances would have to be discussed on that point, but it could still happen. I know Real Madrid was also out of nowhere got put in the mix for Nico Williams as well, but it was just because you were gonna get Nico Williams on the free. That was like
That was the big thing.
that yeah. I was like when they announced that he was staying with Athletic Club Bilbao, which I think is cool because obviously if you guys don't know, Athletic Club Bilbao is essentially the Chivas of La Liga
All
because
Spaniard, all Spaniard,
all
all
got
Spaniards.
Spaniards specifically from the Basque region of Spain.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. Plus, his brother also plays for Athletic Club Bilbao. So I think that was kind of cool. But at the same time, like, bro, you had the ultimate opportunity to do something totally unfair. But and like I said, like I made when me and Kelsey were talking about that amazing semifinal with Inter Milan, I said it. I was like, this won't be the last time we'll see Barcelona in a semifinal or better with this team, this
Yeah.
era of Hansi Flick. Like they're gonna get better. Like that's the floor. What we saw was the floor.
Yeah, because that's the first year.
Like this team is gonna get so much better, and they accomplished a domestic treble. So
Yep.
like take that with a grain of salt. Like think of it like that. They won a treble, and I'm telling you, this team's gonna be better. It's like, um,
So it's scary. It's scary.
it's scary what this team could potentially do. Um, do I fear? Do I have that same fear now that Nico Williams is not on this team? Definitely not. But because once again, as good as this team is, it's not like you can't. They can be beat. The high press, the gen pressing, while the way they do it is very efficient and very smart. All it takes is a team that knows how to move the ball and time the ball and have very fast wingers.
You're putting a lot of ifs in there.
Maybe a guy that would learn how to stay on side. Maybe the guy that isn't the epitome of pointless hat tricks. Like that would be nice. If he could just time his runs better. It's not like he had some of the best midfielders to have ever passed him the ball at some point in his career. But
And some of them right to his foot.
yeah, and he was offside. But yeah, so Barcelona, I think is going to be their follow up. I think is going to be really interesting. But also we gotta segue over to the next team, the next storyline, Edward, and that is Xabi Alonso's Real Madrid. You know,
Oh,
is
that is
is
that
is
is
there any concern? Do you have concerns?
I'm sorry, what? What was that?
Do you have any concerns?
Uh, no, I actually yes, I do because right now they started off pretty bad. Not pretty bad, but like pretty how do I say
I
this?
mean,
And not on the
they
right
made it to
foot,
the
not on the right,
semifinal. I mean, they made it to the semifinal Club World Cup. So
but I mean, some of those games you saw those, they were like it was hard. It was hard. It was hard for them to get there. Like it wasn't something smooth that you would normally see with a Real Madrid team. It was very. I feel like it was too much hard work. Like it was too much because it wasn't. It needs a little bit of cleaning up, and I think Xavi can actually do it. He can do it because I mean, that's the type of coach that he is.
no, yeah, I think the main concern for me is if mentally where the team is. Can't because look, I hear all the things from Madrid Zone and all the other Madrid accounts on X, the everything app. The that like Fiorentino Perez gave the green light to Xabi Alonso that he can bench whoever he needs to bench. Has that ever happened? Has that ever once
Mm-mm.
happened? I mean, besides Eden Hazard, but that was not much.
Uh,
I don't think that's much of Fiorentino Perez just because of Hazard just
he
not
just wasn't performing.
he just wasn't performing and Vinicius was. So that's not necessarily his fault. That's not necessarily like any person with eyes would would make that
Yeah.
same decision. But I think for me, I hope that he's able to have a say. But like, I think that's just people trying to make. I think there's a lot of people making stories up that Mbappe is a locker room cancer. Vinicius Jr. isn't sold on his time for Real Madrid. Um, the discussions of like Rodrigo, does he have to, should he go, does he want to go to Liverpool, does he want to go to Tottenham, god forbid that happens. um like things of that nature when it comes to like I don't know, I don't think that there is beef between Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. They have worked together last season. Like I don't think there was an issue with that. The question is how the question really is if they're going to be bought in with Xabi Alonso's tactics, which his tactics involved everybody playing both sides. Like, and I think that was a big issue for me last season was the guys that were up top, Vinny, Mbappe,
Yeah.
Jude was Jude. You're not innocent either. You were also involved with that. They didn't necessarily come back and defend, and that was one of the bigger issues in my opinion from Real Madrid. Why it was so hard to watch Real Madrid that last season was just the defending was just god awful,
Well,
which is crazy because the defending was really great when they made that Champions League run.
here's my thing. And Xabi is coming off of a German team, the German league. Remember, we were just talking about this right now that Hansi Flick has that German training, the German mentality of trying to modernize the tiki-taka, the Barcelona playing style right now. Xabi Alonso has the knowledge, he has the capability, he's proven it already with Leverkusen. Um, so I think he's going to bring in that same uh, tactical mentality into that locker room. Now the problem is, or not even a problem, but like the question is, will the players follow suit? I mean, don't get me wrong, um, the players are fit, but it's also the conditioning. Some of them don't have that conditioning. Um, for example, I mean, Mbappe, he can run. He can run. He can run to his heart's content forward. Like you said, he didn't go drop back and defend, at least even in the mid, just for a little bit to help out. He was just walk back. Now, that doesn't mean that he's lazy. It could be that he was just tired. He was already tired of making the runs, of missing the shots and stuff. And then it could be part of his conditioning. Um, he could last the whole game, just he decides, like I don't want to go back, I'm too tired, kind of stuff. Vinny, same thing. Sometimes the players would run past Vinny, and Vinny would just kind of stretch out his leg, and then he just kind of stay there and walk, and not even trot back, but like just walk. And I'm not, and Vinny is a dog. Like Vinny, if you get him riled up, he will go and try to just take the ball away from you or even hurt you. He has that. He has the bite. He's a dog. But I think it just has a lot to do with that. Like I said, I think it's that German training mentality, and I think Xabi will bring that into the locker room. So the question is, will the players follow suit, especially those high profile players that
Hmm.
they put themselves up there. And you know what they say, if you're a player who puts himself above the team, you're gonna be cut, especially Real Madrid, especially at with Xabi Alonso at the helm.
Yeah, and I feel like there's this like at least this viewpoint that you can't have both Vinny and Mbappe. I don't necessarily believe that's actually true, but I get the
You get the
notion.
concept. You get the
Yeah.
concept.
So like with the whole fact that Vinny hasn't been able to really agree on a new contract, which I don't know if there's any changes to that as far as I know. Um, and obviously Mbappe is the new shiny toy, right?
Mhm.
The but like I don't know. I think that that's kind of being fabricated, at least trying to build some stories to like cause friction in the locker room. But and then the reason why I say this because like there's a mentality with Real Madrid. Edward knows what I'm talking about. Like the club has standards, and this is the standards that we believe in. I know people don't really necessarily believe that, but and I get it, but I just don't. The thing is, like the guys that Xabi has brought in so far, like Trent Alexander-Arnold. While I had my questions behind the addition of Trent Alexander-Arnold, for Xabi's system, it makes the most sense.
Mhm.
He's essentially the Frimpong, right? For at least how he's trying to build this Real Madrid team. On the left side, it's that Carreras kid, who's probably gonna be good. And Fran Garcia, by the way, if you want to talk about a guy that like stood out in the FIFA Club World Cup, I think Fran Garcia proved like a very valid point as to why he should be still with the team. Hoysen, by the way, love him. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
he's good, dude.
massive upgrade in that back line. If I took anything from the Club World Cup, Rudiger needs to be on the bench and come out in like the second half and be like that burst of energy for like 30 to 20 minutes. Because I think that's all he's got. Like
Because, dude, I'll be honest. Even in my
I,
in my
I
Barca team,
I
what
love
happened?
Rudiger. I love him. Like he's everything of a dog that you want. I'm sure Edward even wishes he can have a guy with that mentality. I just don't think his body
His body.
his body feels the same way as his mentality is.
Yeah,
Um, like I felt so bad for him during that Copa del Rey final. You can tell he's giving everything he can. I think at this point where he's at in his age, like coming off the bench isn't a terrible idea. But the question would be who's the other two center backs? Alaba, the team's trying to get rid of him. He doesn't want to leave. Um, Militao should be the other guy if he can stay healthy. And Asensio went from wow, look at him stepping up with all these injuries to wow, this guy's really a liability. So, and also dealing with some really dumb issues right now, legal issues. Um,
yep.
yeah, it's some may hope maybe he does pass. Not me. Not wishing that on anybody. No one should. As long as it actually turns out that he is innocent. Once again, innocent until proven guilty.
Yep.
But I have seen some. Once again, those Madristas that are that wouldn't be mad if turns out that it were to be true. I do not hope that on one. That's terrible to hope on. But yes, I get yeah, that's terribly awful. But yeah, so the back line, I think if everything goes as going to plan, I think Alaba can still play. I don't know. I still have my concerns with his back line. But especially when you're going for a three in the back, like this is going to be completely different for Real Madrid, right? Because they've always been playing with that 4-3-3, the 4-4-2 diamond. At this point, that this is kind of different, kind of new. Um, what do you do with Rodrigo? Arda Güler is supposed to be the guy. Mbappe is wearing the 10. Take that with how you feel. I personally don't like it. And I know some people are saying, "Oh, it's just a number," but I don't like it. I don't like it, Edward. I wanted Arda Güler to get the 10. That's what I wanted. That's what was the issue, Edward. I don't know if you feel the same way. Maybe that's a little too early to give a 10 to Arda Güler, but he's pretty good.
He is. He's the one that randomly will be scoring goals and nobody was expecting it.
I mean, what do you for the back line? What do you do? Do you put Tchouaméni at center back? And I mean, like I feel bad for saying that just because I'm like I want him to go out in the midfield. Like I want him to play the position that he likes to play. Um, but I mean, right now the options at center back, he might be playing center back, which frees up Camavinga. And so I don't know. Real Madrid has to do a lot of soul searching. I think that there's some players that they're gonna have to move on from because like you only have like three midfielders to work with, right? Essentially,
Yeah.
and like who's the odd man out? Is it Camavinga? Because Camavinga is a little too good. I think he needs to be out on the field. Valverde needs to be on the field. He's the captain.
Yep.
Um, Carvajal, I think, does take a little bit of a step back. I think he's going to be the main captain of the team, but I think he's coming off the bench. Like, unfortunately, I think especially you don't get Trent Alexander-Arnold to just have Carvajal starting over him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe Carvajal's a center back, a
You could put
5'9" center back.
hey, don't knock it. Mascherano was there.
That's true. And
Remember, he did
Hoyes,
the transition from a center defensive mid to a center back.
valid point because Hoysen. I mean, you already have Hoysen and Militao. Those guys are giants. So okay, I'll take that back. You proved me right. But yeah, I think
You mean I proved you wrong?
you proved me wrong. But yeah, so Real Madrid, I think there's a lot of question marks that we won't know till kickoff. We won't we won't get those answers till kickoff. And I think that's honestly, Edward, I think you have a valid point, and I agree. I don't think
Because
if you're a Madrid fan, if you're a Madridista right now, you should be full. They're gonna be fully confident. Like, let's be honest, they're Madridistas.
I mean, let's put it this way too. Let's put it this way too. Remember, Sergio Ramos. He started off as a right back in Real Madrid. They put him as a center back. Everybody had their skepticism. They were like, he's too small. He's not going to be able to do it. And he became one of the best center back. He became the captain. He became your captain for that Real Madrid team.
I miss him.
Just by doing the 92-minute scoring headers, by stopping, he became the center back that you guys needed. He became basically what Puyol was to Barcelona.
I like how he says this as I'm wearing a Sergio Ramos kit, by the way. So great call out.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's possible to do so.
I will say, obviously, very different situations versus Xabi Alonso versus Hansi Flick situation. But I think the same thing. Like, we're not gonna know what this team's gonna look like until it gets on the field. Because I think there's a lot of I don't think the bar was as high for Barca fans going into that last year with Hansi Flick, and Xabi was the name you had to get.
Yeah,
like, it was just clear as day. Which I mean, this is my concern, right? Because Barcelona was kind of in the similar situation with Xavi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it makes the most sense. Go get Xavi. He's proven in Qatar. Obviously, a little different because it's Bundesliga versus the Qatari league, but still, like it. By the way, that Qatari team also looked very Barcelona-esque. Like,
yep.
But yeah, right. Like you were like, oh, you have to get Xavi.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I think, and like I said, I even used the whole, you know what? He's a player's coach. He's respected. He's a legend at Barcelona. Literally the only team he ever played for in La Liga, in any European team. before he went to what was it? Japan, China? I can't. No, he went to Qatar. Yeah, he
Yeah.
went to Qatar to play. My bad. And
So
then that I mean that's the thing. It's
honestly,
like
this is the Spider-Man meme. Essentially, that's what Edward's saying.
yeah. So I mean it.
I hope it's not the Spider-Man meme. I'm hoping that maybe it is kind of similar to the Hansi Flick era, but we won't know till kickoff. But I'm optimistic because obviously I wanted Xabi Alonso. I believe in Xabi Alonso. The formation is something that I'm very cautiously optimistic about, just because I know what would work for this. And everyone can tell you, I was literally going through this formation trying to make it make sense for me. So I think Edward actually Edward heard me out. Like I had to I remember I don't know if I texted you or called you, but I just had to sit down with you and just go over the formation for Real Madrid. This
Oh
sounds
yeah.
very nerdy, by the way, but yeah,
Hey, this is what soccer's all about, dog.
yeah.
Like
So
our fantasy teams, but with whatever we got.
yeah, exactly. So I'm optimistic. Obviously I'm rooting for Real Madrid, and hopefully it pans out for them. So I can't wait. Hopefully it does go well. Um, I believe that they're not done signing players, by the way. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, Edward, who's your team to watch this season in La Liga?
Honestly,
Excluding our teams, obviously.
honestly, shoot, damn. Well, you know what? Because I want to see what's gonna end up happening with this kid, with Julian Alvarez. So I'm gonna say Atletico Madrid because I want to see what ends up happening with him because he's their number nine now. Like that's it.
He
He's their
has
number nine.
one year left on his contract, correct?
Yep. Barcelona basically
And
that
that
the story was Barcelona was going to try to get him before the whole Rashford situation.
yeah. Yeah, I remember that. And I think the rumors are that when his contract runs
Like
out,
once it, yeah,
Barcelona's gonna
Barca's
try.
like gonna try and jump on it.
Also, a lot of Argentinians just got signed to this team.
Yeah, yeah.
Thiago Almada,
Hmm.
he's speaking of an Olympic Lyon player. Thiago Almada is now with Atletico Madrid. Who else did they obviously let go of Rodrigo De Paul. They let go of Angel Correa. He's in Tigres now.
Yeah.
Um, there was another Argentinian player. I don't remember. He signed like three Argentinians, I believe. And then also on top of that, he got Johnny Cardoso from
Mhm.
Real Betis, U.S. men's national team player. So, which I'm very
Excited.
excited for. I'm excited for him. Obviously, I hate that he's at Atletico Madrid, but very excited for him. That's obviously a big step from going from Internacional in Brazil to then going to Real Betis, making a good name for himself over there in Real Betis, and now playing for a big club with Champions League implications for him. So a guy that plays great in the club, but for some reason, once you put that USA shirt on him, he just kind of disappears. So hopefully it can pan out for him because I really want this kid to pan out for US. So
Well, well. Okay. So who's your team to watch besides Barcelona and Real Madrid?
I'm gonna say Sevilla. I think
Oh, that's a
with
good one.
with Matias Almeyda, see what he's doing. It's gonna be an interesting team to watch just in general, just to see what they do. Can they get better? And I don't know if they added anybody specifically yet, at least anybody major. But yeah, this team needs to get back on track, man. Like it,
Unless if he's gonna do it like the Chivas way, where he's gonna just use what he has and then see what he has, and then he'll go ahead and make the move next year if
which
he stays there long enough.
which could happen. But I do think with like Sevilla, a big club like they, at least a big club that we should be talking about. Um, yeah, like I think that there's gonna be a lot of criticism, especially if they're not able to beat Real Betis.
Yeah,
That because that's big for them. If they're not able to beat that team, because Real Betis has been looking great
yeah.
recently. So yeah, I think for them they need to have at least I think positive for them would be Conference League. I think if they can get themselves in a Conference League spot, maybe uh, cause some upsets in La Liga, ruin that trophy run. Like I think that would be a positive for them. Because yeah, you're right. Like Matias Almeyda, like I don't want him to have a short leash. So I
You
think
need
if
to give him. You need to give him a leash. You
you
need
gotta
to
give him
give him
time.
like you got to give him a lot of time,
Yeah,
a lot of leeway
yeah,
because he can make it happen. You just got to make sure that you're basically not saying compliant, but work with him because he will work with you. Like
yeah.
he's and like I said, he knows. Let's put it this way: he knows rough football. Like he knows how to be scrappy.
I
That's the
mean,
thing.
Liga
And
MX game. So
yeah,
uh,
Liga MX.
also a
He
fun fact: Matias Almeyda has like an academy here in Houston,
yeah, he does.
and those guys are dogs. I just got
Yeah.
so
They and that's the thing. It's like it's not just anybody that gets into that academy.
yeah. Also shout out to uh Rafael Hinojosa. He was a Matias Almeyda guy, product. Then was able to go to the Houston Dynamo Academy. And he was the captain of El Salvador's U15 team, the team that qualified for the World Cup. So just want to point out that. Want to take some time to point that out for him. But yeah, so Matias Almeyda, I think I'm interested with that. What he does with Sevilla because Sevilla needs to be a good team, man. Like, you know how you and me talk about La Liga, like to make this league like respect. I hate that people keep like talking like La Liga like it's a league down from the Premier. Marketability, Premier League is top. I get it.
Yeah.
Entertaining, yes. Fast paced, I get all those things. But if you're a true like football nerd, like savant, like you love the quality of play, the technical play that's put in La Liga. So that's why I love La Liga. Like I am a La Liga stan. I always when everyone asks me what's the best league in the world, I always predicate with I am a La Liga guy. Like I'm going to say La Liga. And they always get mad when they're like, "Oh, so you're trying to tell me that the Premier League is La Liga is better than the Premier League?" Well, who won the European trophies?
Yeah.
Obviously, that was like the years when La Liga was dominating in the European competitions, which most Champions League and Europa League trophies do. Europa League title winners are Spanish teams, by the way. So just want to point that out. So at least recently for sure. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so Sevilla's a good one. Player to watch, Edward. Who's the guy that you're gonna view very closely this season?
Well, I think it's a given. Lamine Yamal. Just want to see. I really
Officially an
uh,
adult.
no. Well, like what I was gonna say is like I really, and this sounds so mean, so bad, but I want him to get humbled because this dude
A
is
lot
is
of attention.
cocky.
A lot of
He's
attention. This.
cocky. He's too cocky. And I mean, he has the skill to back it up. That's the thing. It's like he has the skill to back it up, but it's like he needs to get humbled
Mm-hmm.
soon. The problem is also his dad is also the one putting in his head so many ideas that he's the world's best at this point and that he can even get better and everything like that. So, of course, that's going to fill you up with a lot more steam in your ego, Like, yeah. So,
Yeah,
it,
I think this past summer, it's been interesting for him just because of like, what was he like on a vacation and he was out with like a 40-year-old woman or something like that when he was 17. Which
yeah.
we don't know the rules in Spain. Don't know the rules in Spain. We don't know what's legally an adult over there. So I'm not gonna judge. But yeah, that was a big topic of conversation. His birthday party, his 18th birthday party, that was
Oh, that was
was
no phones allowed. No,
no
no,
no
any.
phones allowed. Hire people with dwarfism, for entertainment reasons. Do we know the entertainment reasons? No, we don't because once again there was no phones
No
allowed.
phones allowed. No, nothing.
Apparently hired a bunch of models that had to be blonde and have a certain uh cup
Bus
size.
size.
Yeah, so yeah, I
My
mean,
my thing. My thing.
also this is what happens when you give an 18-year-old a lot of money. So,
And my thing is like, and that's also another question. Was this all his idea or was like his friends? You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
not his teammates, his friends.
dude, this
Because
was the ingredients to a Diddy party. The way it was sounding. Like Jesus Christ. Um, yeah, no, like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he needs to be humbled by any means, but I get it. Like like you're trying to you want him to be because of all things, of course. Like one, he's already the youngest player to win. Well, actually, no, he's no longer the youngest player to win an international competition because Gilberto Mora from Mexico he beat him.
Yeah.
The Gold Cup. I mean, take that with a grain of salt, if you will. But beating a USA B team, but versus beating England. So I don't know. There's levels to it. But
Yeah.
yes, still, barely turned 17, wins the Euro, then wins a domestic treble, right, for Barcelona.
Yep.
Uh, dude, like I mean, yeah, I get it. Like I mean, I would be all in my head too. I would be walking around like my shit don't stink either.
But that's where I'm telling you, like that's where the parents, the dad would step in and be like, "Hey, remember, stay down here. Don't stress. Don't you want a chance to win Ballon d'Or? Like stay humble. Just do the work on the field. Do the work on the field.
I
That's
think you have a valid point about the parent thing, but I think it's also Hansi Flick who needs to make sure these guys their heads aren't up in the air right now. Because I get it. You want a treble. Be proud of that,
be proud.
especially all that Barcelona has gone through over the years. But like, you know, you guys aren't the trouble winners anymore. Like this is a new year. This is different. New challenges come afloat. A lot of Argentinians in Atletico Madrid for some weird reason. So so like,
Really, really, some weird reason.
okay, I mean
Who the
obviously,
coach is, bro?
I mean the guy's got out of all his sons, Julian. I mean, by the way, a good son to pick. I think he actually was like I think all the sons are also agreed. That's like the most agreed on. Like that guy is gonna be good. Giuliano,
Yep,
Simeone. If you guys didn't know that, that was his kid. Um, the reflection, the resemblance is uncanny. By the way,
yep,
just the height is probably a little different. Um, but yeah, I think like these guys. Yeah, I mean, Atletico Madrid is gonna. I think Atletico Madrid is gonna be a very interesting team to watch. By the way,
yeah.
you have a good point on pointing them out. But yeah, like he's gonna have a target. I mean, he's wearing the number 10 now. Like you're talking about, like you're not trying to put too much ego in this kid. Now you give him like the most important number in Barcelona's history, respectively so.
Ronaldinho,
Respectively so.
Rivaldo, what you call it? Messi,
I mean,
dude.
that's the big one. But
Yeah.
Messi, you ever heard of that guy? Ansu Fati.
Oh,
I just saw something pop up on Instagram, by the way, that said Ansu Fati says Monaco is better than Barcelona. Okay.
uh,
Also, I just found out that Ansu Fati plays at Monaco.
yeah.
Yeah, he did not pan out. But
No, he did not.
I think that there's also clearly faith in Lamine Yamal. Now, you're right though. He does need to get a piece of that humble pie. So we'll see what happens, man. I think. Also, by the way, I don't know how you felt about it, but everyone that kept trying to say that he's the clear front runner for the Ballon d'Or. He's not the clear front runner for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Like, if there was a Barca player, if there's a Barca player, it's Rafinha, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like, there's some people. I'm not gonna say all, but there were some Barca fans that were saying Lamine Yamal should win the Ballon d'Or, and I was just like, I don't. He's
Mm,
gonna win one, but I
he,
mean,
he, if he keeps up the playing ability that he has right now, then yes, I agree that he will win one.
yeah,
But
yeah. So like, he's gonna be good, but
no.
I mean, last year he was good. I get it that like certain statistics aren't gonna pop up for him. Like chance creation does need to become like an actual statistic. By the way, like I like not because chance creation and assist is two completely different things. I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
Um, but I do say like a pass that leads to an important play also has its value, and I think Lamine Yamal definitely did a lot of those. But at the end, Rafinha just was the best player for Barcelona. I mean, last season. He was just the most important. He was just the best. He was the best player that was getting his opportunities. Did he sizzle out a little bit? Yes, but as far as like front runner for the Ballon d'Or, I would throw him in there. I just don't think anybody can touch Dembele right now. But
Nope.
but yeah, like I mean, still phenomenal year. Uh, I do expect Lamine Yamal to be at least in the final three. I do expect him to be there. I mean, Barcelona's year is just you can't ignore it,
Yep.
but you also can't ignore. Does Desiree
Wait.
do you put Doue over Yamal?
Mm, what's their score? What's the scoring in the leagues? Like how many goals, how many assists?
That's what I'm thinking. I think Yamal has him beat and on that part, but I'm not entirely sure. Well, when we get to the nominations for the Ballon d'Or, we'll challenge that. But
Yeah.
anyways, but yeah, no, good player to watch. My player to watch is going to be Arda Güler. I think Real Madrid has made it abundantly clear that he is their guy. Obviously last season there was a lot of frustration with the Turkish national team. People that apparently were speaking on behalf of Arda Güler that he was just frustrated with the lack of minutes that he was getting. I think if the rumors are true that Xabi Alonso views him as his guy, his Florian Wirtz, if you will, um, we're gonna see it. If not,
Yeah.
then there's like a lot of talented midfielders that can easily take over that role, if that makes any sense. Because that midfield is
Okay.
all so many midfielders. Right?
Sorry. No, I was just cutting in because I actually went online, checked it out. For the 24-25 season, Lamine Yamal in La Liga scored 9 goals, 13 assists, while Doue, he played 16 matches, scored 5 goals, 3 assists. I'm sorry. No, no, no. I'm looking at it wrong. In La Ligue, he played 6 matches, 4 goals, no assist.
He
And in
he
the
played
Champions,
he
he
played
played in the
four
champ.
league on goals.
Yeah.
He
Or I'm
played
sorry. No, I'm looking at the French Cup. My bad. So in Ligue 1, he played 31 matches,
okay. That makes
six
more sense.
goals, 6 assists.
Oof. Once
And
again, this
and it
goes back to
and
chance creation needs to be
hold
a
on, hold on,
legitimate
hold on,
statistic.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Matches in the Champions League for Lamine Yamal, 13 matches, scored 5 goals, 3 assists. And in Champions League for Doué, 16 matches, 5 goals, 3 assists. Very similar stats, except Lamine Yamal has more, or he literally have the same number of goals and assists, but 3 matches more under Doué's belt. So he could have scored more.
So you're saying they can like it could be either or is what you're saying,
Not really, just by looking at the
or it's your mall.
Yamal has 35 matches, scored 3 more goals than Doué,
Okay,
and
yeah. Yamal's definitely good. Yamal's gonna be a finalist. I think wholeheartedly. Maybe that's where he gets humbled. You're like, oh,
yeah,
you're so close to getting the Ballon d'Or. No,
no, he's
not
not
really.
gonna get humbled. If anything, he's gonna get pissed. If he has that ego, he's gonna get pissed.
This can go either two ways if that's the case. Either he just like gracefully accepts it, or he can pull a Vinicius Jr. So
Mm,
there's really no in between.
yeah,
So hopefully he doesn't pull Vinicius because that
yeah.
made him look so much
You
worse,
know, you know
which,
who I
which is
who
very
was I was
impressive.
oh, you know who I was like thinking of like who never got am I in the wrong here? Like they never got a Ballon d'Or, but he's a World Cup winner. He's won the league. He's been a dog and everything. Antoine Griezmann?
Did he win the league when he won the World Cup?
I don't think so. I think that was either a Barcelona year or a Real Madrid year.
Then that's probably why. Um,
Mm,
yeah, I look. I hate that the resume stat padding is what you have to do to win the Ballon d'Or, but which I mean, we actually have like a FIFA Player of the Year award. We don't really hype up like we do with the Ballon d'Or, by the way.
yeah.
Which is kind of hilarious when you think about it like that. But and you would think the French media would go out of their way to make sure that. As a matter of fact, the World Cup year, it was Modric.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Modric was the one that
Modric
won.
won it. Yeah, that
He
was
he they won. Okay, so Real Madrid must have won the Liga.
yeah.
They must have won champions. And then when it came to World Cup,
I mean,
he was at the final. He was in the final,
he
but
carried that Croatian team.
he carried Croatia.
So no, yeah, you're yeah. I think I thought you were gonna say Iniesta, but because I do.
I mean, no, Iniesta. Remember, he was in the running. It was Iniesta, Xavi, and Messi, all Barca players
Yeah,
that year.
I still
And it was the World Cup win. Iniesta was the one that scored the
he,
game winning
bro.
game, the game winning
Homie
goal.
won a World Cup and still didn't get the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me about it.
Score the winning goal. Had that amazing. Took his shirt off and
Dude,
everything.
well that one that he took his shirt off and he had that writing. It was for that soccer player from I think from like his younger days.
Oh, well, I mean,
That
I was in boot camp when that World Cup happened. So
yeah. So then when he took it off, it was like his that he had recently passed away. So he dedicated that
yeah,
goal to him.
I yeah, they did him dirty. He should have won that Ballon d'Or, by the way. Um,
But he was very humble about it. That's the thing. That's
yeah,
the thing about Iniesta. Like he's humble. If he wins, cool. If he doesn't win, cool.
I get it. I mean, to be honest, that period it was just it's Messi and Ronaldo's world. We're just living in it at that point.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm,
but I guess the final question for La Liga would be: will Barcelona repeat? And if not, who?
good question. Damn. Don't know, bro. Don't know. Can't tell you.
This is I. I said last year was going to be a weird year in La Liga. Turned out to be wrong. It was a weird year in general, but um, I just don't know how focused. Look, obviously Barcelona's going to be focused on trying to win all the competitions as they humanly can.
Yeah.
Um, but would there be an emphasis on Champions League, being that the last time they won it was like 2015? I don't think so either, but I don't know if they did enough to like really make me feel like this team is. Once again, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid got better, but also I don't know if that made them a contender for the top two. Real Madrid has a lot of questions behind them. I think it's safe to say Barcelona is the favorite.
You can
I mean,
say that.
I can look at the Vegas odds and they'll probably somehow find a way to make it Real Madrid. But like I think I still have questions with Real Madrid right now, mainly on the defensive side. Attacking side, I think they're going to score goals, but defensively, that's where I'm worried.
Yeah.
Barcelona, on the other hand, I mean, yeah, you didn't get Nico Williams, but you still got Marcus Rashford. That's still a really good player.
Yeah. I'm just
Also, Marcus Rashford with a chip on his shoulder.
yeah. Because
So
now he's think about it. He's coming. He was in Man U.
went to Aston Villa.
He went to Aston Villa. What was it on a loan?
Yeah,
He went to Aston Villa on a loan. And I mean, coming from a big club, and you were supposed to be like the wonderkind for Manchester United. Um, because remember, it was him, Anthony Martial, and who else was on the wing at that time? Not Sancho, or was it Sancho? No, it wasn't Sancho.
you said
Garnacho hadn't gone there yet. Huh?
wait. What are you saying?
Like, but at the time when Manchester United, they were like, "Oh, this is the wonderkind from Manchester, from England. He's a homeboy. He's literally the hometown hero."
Was it
It was
Memphis
Marcus
Depay?
Rash. I think yeah, and then but they had Anthony Martial in the middle, and on the right side they had somebody else. I just can't remember. I can't remember that player
I think it was
for the life
Memphis.
of me. Was it Memphis playing on the right wing? I thought he played striker.
Oh, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't Sancho because Sancho only played like a few games, like literally a few games.
Mm,
Um. But yeah. Anyways, it's like you had that big chip on your shoulder as soon as you started, and then you fell off, went to Aston Villa on a loan, and now you're going to Barcelona on said loan, and I think it's option to buy. Um, you have a lot of big shoes to fill at this point because it's a big team, and
Bowley chose to wear 14.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, that'll be interesting, man. I think right now it's safe to say Barcelona's the favorite. Um, I mean, people are gonna make an argument for Real Madrid. People are gonna make an argument for probably okay, probably people are gonna make an argument for Real Madrid, and I get that. I think there's a lot of question marks right now for Real Madrid, to where I'm not as confident in winning the league. I mean, they're gonna compete. It's funny, like last year was a really bad Real Madrid team, and they finished in second place. So I mean, like take that for what you want. I mean, a bad year for Barcelona is also like second place. So
true.
I get why people say La Liga isn't better than Premier League because of the fact that it's Real Madrid and Barcelona. But honestly, no rivalry is even close. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah,
No rivalry is even remotely close to El
not
Clasico.
even Manchester United, the Manchester Derby.
The not the Red Derby, not the North London Derby, not London Derby, not there's nothing close to El Clasico.
Yeah.
Who is that guy?